Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Tuesday, June 3 tease undue pressure, uncomfortable questions, and overdue apologies. Brook Lynn Quartermain Chase, Amanda Seton, questions undue pressure. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, is asked uncomfortable questions, and Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, delivers an overdue apology. Brook Lynn is in the Quartermain mansion with her mother, Lois Cerullo, Rena Sofa, and grandmother, Gloria Cerullo, Ellen Travolta. Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, had also come into the middle of their tense conversation, so he may still be there as well. Brook Lynn is in disbelief as she asks her mother and grandmother if they would pressure a dying woman to keep their secret. She has to be referring to Gio's adoptive mother, Camilla Palmieri, uncast character, and the hidden in plain sight baby boy given up for adoption, now revealed as Gio. Gio appears to have walked in on Brook Lynn being upset about Lois and Gloria keeping the secret from her, so at least he knows he was wanted. Elsewhere, Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, and Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, appear to be making a pitch to someone regarding something Jen's company can provide. Jordan tries to sell whoever they're talking to on the idea, or is she offering congratulations? They may be talking to Professor Henry Dalton, Daniel Goddard, as GH spoilers tease Jordan learns more about him. She tells him, "You are about to change the world," as Sidwell seems very pleased indeed. In the meantime, Sidwell's son Marco Rios, Adrian Ancondo, is asking Alexis some uncomfortable questions about the investments she's taking from Ace Casadine's, Joey, and Jay Clay estate. Alexis had a close call earlier with Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, who called her on why several $1 million were missing from the estate. She used the shell company Rick Hurst, set up to account for questions like that after her assistant had brought the file in. Now Marco had been investigating the Domos company and tells her it sounded like a shell company set up to hide the losses. Alexis asks him, "You're asking if I'm laundering money?" At Sunny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard house, he greeted Dante and told him he just missed Gio. Dante told him he missed 22 years of Gio, and now continues his conversation, telling his father he owes him an apology. Dante had been upset when he found out Sunny was his father, but at least he didn't shoot Gio like Sunny shot Dante. Longtime viewers will remember he shot Dante with Olivia Quartermain, Lisa Lo Cicero, apparently following their son, and she screamed, "Son and why? You just shot your own son." Sunny told Gio the story but left out the part about him shooting Dante. Now, Dante's obviously apologizing about their dysfunction, knowing how it feels to find out he has a secret son. In the meantime, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, are obviously at the courthouse, getting ready for Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, child custody case to start. Jason is even wearing a suit, probably for the first time since he and Carly got married for about 5 minutes, when Sunny returned from Nixon Falls and walked in. Carly is talking about keeping her grandchildren, Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, Viron Weaver, Serenity and Sequoia Mako, away from Willow Corinthos, Kathleen McMullen, and Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson. She tells Jason that she will do whatever it takes to get her grandchildren away from that world. And Carly means that she will do whatever it takes, even if it means exposing secrets she knows. Also at the courthouse, Rick is on the phone, possibly calling a last-minute special witness to testify in Michael and Willow's divorce/child custody hearing. He tells someone to get down to the courthouse now, in a tone that implies they should drop whatever they're doing. Other GH spoilers for this episode reveal he'll strong-arm Alexis. Might he save her from trying to explain the Domos company to Marco before he maneuvers rings around her? Or will this be someone else he calls, possibly to drop some bombshells of his own. Port Charles is cracking under the weight of secrets, unspoken truths, and emotional strain as Tuesday's episode of General Hospital turns up the heat on some of the town's most complicated residents. Lives long entangled in guilt and grudges begin to unravel as overdue apologies rise to the surface, unwanted interrogations threaten delicate alliances, and a storm of pressure descends on characters trying desperately to hold their worlds together. Tensions boil over in hallways and living rooms alike as power struggles collide with personal reckonings, and no one walks away unchanged. First, the issue of undue pressure weighs heavily across multiple storylines, with characters being pushed far beyond their breaking points. At the center of this growing tension is Ava Jerome, who has been walking a tightrope between survival and strategy for weeks. With Sonny Corinthos still watching her every move and Laura Collins questioning her loyalties, Ava is now feeling trapped in every direction. But it's not just Sonny who's pressuring her. An unexpected visitor, possibly someone from her Jerome past, or even a Casadine wildcard, shows up with a new demand that threatens to undo all the progress she's made. She may have kept her cool in front of mobsters and murderers, but what she's about to face could be the tipping point that breaks her carefully crafted image. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer is also on the receiving end of pressure, and this time it's from those she loves most. Michael Corinthos wants answers she's not ready to give, while Jocelyn continues to push for the truth about what Carly knew and when. At the same time, Drew Kane is trying to pull Carly into yet another risky venture that could backfire spectacularly if not handled with precision. Whether it's emotional manipulation or business danger, Carly is surrounded, and she may finally be realizing that the cost of being the family's fixer is taking more from her than she can afford to give. What happens when Carly finally says no? That ripple could shake every Corinthos and Spencer alike. As if that weren't enough, Sasha Gilmore finds herself collapsing under the weight of grief and expectations. Still reeling from the trauma of losing Liam and Brando, and now facing an identity crisis after losing Deception, Sasha is barely hanging on. This Tuesday, she's forced to attend a meeting, or a confrontation, that forces her to relive the worst moments of her life. Whether it's an intervention, a public relations meeting gone wrong, or a legal ambush from a former associate, Sasha is put in an impossible position. And when she tries to walk away, someone close to her, possibly Maxie or Cody, steps in with a plea that is both heartfelt and heartbreaking. But will Sasha see it as support, or just another person trying to control her life? Elsewhere, uncomfortable questions are being asked, and some people are not ready for the answers. Trina Robinson begins to confront her own doubts about Curtis Ashford, the man she now knows is her biological father. She's been patient, understanding, and compassionate. But with so many secrets surrounding the shooting and the investigation, she's ready to demand full transparency. Trina corners Curtis with a line of questioning that may force him to admit his own guilt in holding back key details. What did he know about the night of the shooting? Who is he protecting? And why does it feel like someone in the Ashford household still isn't telling the truth? Curtis will be backed into a corner, and how the answers could determine whether Trina pulls away or finally accepts him as her father for good. At the same time, Nina Reeves is facing questions of her own, questions she can't lie her way out of any longer. With Willow inching toward forgiveness, but still holding her at arm's length, Nina finds herself questioned by Wiley in a way that guts her. A simple childlike query about why everyone is mad at Grandma sends Nina into emotional turmoil. Desperate to rewrite her role in the family narrative, Nina seeks out Olivia or even Brook Lynn for advice on how to navigate the next steps. But the truth is, Nina's biggest battle is with herself, and no amount of spin can change the way people see her if she won't face what she did head-on. The web of overdue apologies stretches across town, and some may come far too late. Elizabeth Webber prepares to have a difficult conversation with Finn after realizing she's been avoiding the reality of their emotional distance. What started as grief bonding has shifted into something fragile and undefined, and Liz knows she owes both of them the truth. Meanwhile, a surprise visit from someone connected to Franco, or even her estranged father Jeff Weber, may shake her resolve. Finn, for his part, is wrestling with guilt of his own and may not be in any position to hear Liz out without reacting defensively. When the apology comes, it's raw, real, and deeply painful, but necessary. Elsewhere, Brook Lynn Quartermain finds herself at a crossroads after a heated exchange with Lois and Tracy. The topic? Her future with Chase and whether she's truly ready to balance love, career, and Quartermain legacy expectations. The pressure to be everything for everyone has BLQ lashing out. And as the dust settles, she realizes an apology is long overdue, especially to Chase, who's been patient beyond reason. Whether it's a handwritten note, a musical gesture, or just a tearful face-to-face moment, BLQ takes a huge step forward this Tuesday that could redefine her relationship with Chase forever. But is it too little, too late? Dante Falconeri is also feeling the emotional toll of old apologies never made. After a chance run-in with someone connected to Lou's past, possibly a Casadine or even Sam's cousin, Dante's forced to reevaluate how he handled Lulu's medical crisis, and whether he's truly been honest with himself about moving on. Sam picks up on the shift and asks uncomfortable questions that leave Dante reeling. As he wrestles with guilt and unresolved love, will he choose to finally talk to Laura, or keep the weight buried for fear of opening a door that might never close? And then there's Sonny, always calm under pressure, always 5 steps ahead, until now. Sonny's instincts are sharper than ever, but this week he senses something is off, and his radar begins to blare. It's not just Ava, not just Carly, not even Dex, though his loyalty is once again in question. It's a slow unraveling that begins with an unexpected meeting, possibly with Jordan, Anna, or even an FBI contact, that forces Sonny to admit he may have been outplayed somewhere along the way. He's asked a question that makes his blood run cold, and for once he doesn't have an immediate answer. That uncertainty, that sliver of vulnerability, might be the crack that someone dangerous has been waiting for. As Tuesday unfolds, Port Charles becomes a city teetering on the edge of emotional reckoning. Apologies are made, but not always accepted. Questions are asked that tear at fragile bonds. Pressure mounts in boardrooms, bedrooms, and back alleys alike. And through it all, everyone is faced with the same choice: cling to the past, or let go and risk everything for what comes next. Whether it's the hush of GH's hallways or the hum of the Metro Court, every corner of this town holds a secret. And on June 3, more of them will come to light. Some confessions will be too late to matter. Some apologies may fall on deaf ears. But some just might change everything, if anyone in Port Charles is brave enough to speak them out loud. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.